To get a pothos or to get a philodendron? That is the question. Today I'm going to be talking about the differences between philodendron and pothos and the benefits of preferring one over the other. Obviously you can like both, but just some benefits if you would rather invest more of your time collecting pothos or invest more of your time collecting philodendron. So starting off the bat, these are my two favorites of each genus in my collection right now. So Philodendron micans and Glacier Pothos. So the differences between them that I have noticed is Pothos tend to get more ovally shaped leaves, and they tend to not get like these sheaths that grow around the base. Like these guys, they get like these little things right here that you can pull off. But the thing is with philodendron can have all different types of growth patterns. So this is a philodendron, but also there's philodendron that grow upright. There are philodendron that creep, whereas pothos tend to stay in the vining, climbing sort of growth pattern. From what I have seen, that pothos also do not tend to get velvety leaves, whereas philodendron can get velvety leaves. So those are the main differences between them. Other than that, they all, in general, tend to be very easy to grow. Philodendron has varieties that aren't, but just, you know, the general ones, the easy to find ones, both very easy to grow, both very easy to propagate, and not too picky. But now I'll talk about what makes each genus good. So right off the bat, I prefer philodendron because of all the different growth patterns and varieties of plants and how they all look very different, but you can also get ones that are similar. But I can see how people prefer pothos over philodendron because you know it's a pothos, and also collecting every single pothos seems a little bit more achievable to me. But the thing is, there's a lot of pothos that aren't identified yet, that are like, they look kind of like a Cebu Blue, but they also kind of look like a Golden Pothos or something like that. So there are more varieties of pothos coming out. But, like I said, it still seems a lot more achievable, whereas like, there are so many different varieties of philodendron, and some of the varieties are huge. So if you really ever wanted to collect every single philodendron that ever existed, you would need a huge greenhouse. You would need so much space to actually be able to do that. Whereas with pothos, like I said, all of them tend to have the same growth pattern, so you could reasonably have a pot this big and just keep on trimming the vines, so you just have a little nice pot not full of leaves, you know, but it's still like a plant. So that's really nice. Another thing that makes pothos a little bit nicer is a lot of their varieties are easy to find in big box stores. You can come across them rather quickly and easily. Even the more uncommon varieties you can still find. All of my pothos in my collection, except for Cebu Blue, I have either found in a store or they have been given to me. So that's really nice. And I don't have like the biggest pothos collection. I don't have the biggest collection of any variety right now. But the only two philodendron that I was able to find, the only two that I was able to find in a big box store was Philodendron Brazil and Hartley Philodendron. All my other philodendron I either had to find at like smaller plant stores, which I'm all for supporting smaller plant stores, but if money is tight, they're typically much more expensive at a small plant store. And either that or I had to buy them off of like Mercari or something, which, like I said, no problem with that. Totally fine supporting people. Just be careful because there are people who mislabel plants and try to sell them for a more uncommon variety. Like I've seen Manjula Pothos and what's the other one? can't remember. It's like the spotted Pothos that isn't Marble Queen Pothos. That one. I've seen both of those being sold as a Glacier Pothos instead of like Majula or the other one, that name I don't remember. The one I used to have the one I'm talking about, but when I moved I gave it away because it was my favorite. But anyways, those make it really easy to collect a lot of Pothos, and they're, you know, like, if you don't want to buy online, it's a lot easier. For me, it's no big deal either way, but I definitely like the accessibility of just being able to, like, oh, I'm at Lowe's right now, let's check out the plants, see what they have, and going, oh, there's a philodendron I don't have. But it's a lot more common to just find Pothos I don't have there. All in all, both very nice varieties, and I definitely do want to get more Pothos in my collection, especially with all the new varieties coming out. And when I say Pothos, I mean Epipremnum, because some people don't call all Epipremnum Pothos. So like the Baltic Blue, I really like that one, and then there's lots of Epipremnum no IDs that might be getting an ID. Actually, I have one on my wish list that's in the process of getting an identification, so this name might not even be accurate. Epipremnum pinnatum amenian or something like that. That's one that I really want. So there are definitely a few, but you know, they're definitely going to be expensive. But yeah, it's all give and take, and even if you don't want expensive Pothos, there are so many very easy to access Pothos for a very cheap price. I've seen people do like $5 Pothos variety packs where it's just like a little cutting of all like the random Pothos, and you know, it's pretty cool. But yeah, that is the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you're Team Philodendron or Team Pothos in the comments, and if I forgot to add anything that sets them apart, please let me know. It's I pre-recorded a lot of my videos, so now it's been a while since I recorded, so I'm like kind of out of it. I feel so awkward now. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.